Yes, we did when we had lost all hope of finding anything this afternoon. There it is. I've got close to no idea to whom this might be, so please do send us an idea. Maybe Tamba, I want to say, because of those beautiful markings underneath his face. I have never seen him before, so if it is him, I'll be very happy. Oh, this is wonderful. Very sleepy cat. We got a fright because we got super excited when we spotted him just leaping all the way up there. Yay! I think my heart is still racing. Not too bad. Good to see him today. Wonderful news. So, just as we thought that maybe the gremlins were gonna beat us and win, here we are. I do think it's Dumba just because I remember Taylor mentioning this wonderful markings underneath his eyes, but again, I'm not 100% sure, so if you guys can let us know once you've managed to ID who this beautiful cat is, we are more than happy to share it with the rest. For now, it seems like it's quite sleepy, whoever you are. Have you been walking far? Wonderful. He was eyeing up the tree, so nowadays we've got to double check trees because, you know, there might be another 5 leopards on top of the tree. I don't think that is the case today. I think this is pretty much the only one around. But wonderful, isn't it? Oh, looking so happy. James, Richard, and other viewers, you say maybe Hosana? Now the plot thickens. Now I'm even more unsure of who this might be. Doesn't seem like him. Maybe if we can get a bit of a look at the spot pattern. He's got almost like a little butterfly on top and very dark markings underneath the eyes, if that helps anyone. Whoever it is, definitely quite sleepy. Beautiful. Definitely. Dina, you say he's so handsome. I completely agree with you. I think he is very stunning indeed. And oh, beautiful dark markings, isn't he? He seems slightly darker than some of the other leopards around. Look at him. Sorry guys. Are you going to... Oh. My goodness, someone is very tired. I wonder if he just got onto the termite mound after walking for a little while. Maybe I'm going to move slightly backwards to see if perhaps we can get a bit of a view at its shoulder, and that might be able to help us ID it. So excited. Look at this. There we go. You. Let's have a closer look. Beautiful, stunning creature. And you can imagine if you drive around here quite quickly, we wouldn't be able to see him. And somebody maybe wants to go up that tree because it's the second time you've been eyeing it. I don't know if it's going to be all that comfortable. So we have a consensus. We have found the royal prince, Hosana. Well, good to see you. I saw you a while ago, and it's good to see that you've been doing so well. Amazing. Not too far from where Shungile has been. I think maybe he's been exploring new areas. I don't know if he's been seen around Chitwa Dam area before. But here he is in one piece and looking very healthy. I hope he'll get up and he'll let us see just how full his belly is. But from what we can see over here and what you are seeing on the screen, he doesn't seem to be struggling at all. I think he's doing just fine, just like his sister. Wonderful news, isn't it? Oh. Beautiful teeth. Have you been walking way too much? think you want to go up on the tree, don't you? Sparrow, you're saying that he's got such a young face. Well, yes, he does. He's still a youngster, not too old. And he still hopefully has a very long life ahead of him. He hasn't even covered maybe a quarter of his life yet. Stretching? Yawning? Well, isn't that your typical cat movement? Are you just moving around? Hee hee hee. Somebody's hiding from a vantage point, having a look down at the dam. I wonder if you've been eating some of the geese around here, or if he's maybe looking for some of the impala down at the bottom. I can't really see anything else from here, but he's clearly using this termite mound and he's hiding and just scanning the area. He's a bit on higher than everything else below him, so I'm sure he's just pondering about what his next move should be. Hello. We're all very happy to see you. All right. Shanae, come back for Ali. Sorry, I'm struggling big time with this radio. I've been trying to call you before. I don't know if maybe you're interested, but we've got what looks like a young Madura English, Rumby old driveway junction static. Okay, copy.
Can you look with your binoculars on his head?
Okay, copy. Like I said, I'm struggling big time today with the radio, so if you can just let the Chitwa guys know, please.
Just look at the back of his head for me, please.
Look at the... Yes, I was also looking at the back of his head.
Looks like there's a wound there.
Sorry, Shanae, go again? I can't really hear you. Okay, copy. Right, he does seem to... I can't hear the radio anymore, I just hear... He does seem to have a bit of, like, what looks to be an old injury in the back of his head. Nothing to be concerned about. I don't know if maybe he just got a bit of a swat from another leopard or something else, or maybe just running around, but I don't think there's really anything to be concerned. Maybe whatever it is, it wasn't too detrimental to his health. I mean, look at him. He's looking quite stunning today, isn't he? I'm really hoping you're going to go up the tree. I've been loving all these leopards on top of termite mounds. John, you're wondering how often leopards need to eat. Well, they don't need to eat every day the same way that we do. Sometimes they'll go a few days without having any food. I don't know if this particular one is looking at something in the tree that he does want to eat, because he's looking very puzzled and he keeps looking in the same direction. Or I don't know if he's looking for a way to climb the tree without hurting himself. So whenever they manage to bring something down and they try to get things that are going to be good energy, they want to make sure that all that energy that they spend on bringing something down is actually going to be good for them. Or it's going to be enough to refuel all the energy that they've spent on trying to catch that thing. So they'll often gorge themselves and they'll eat as much as they can in one go, and that'll be good for them so that they won't have to eat for a few days. What are you looking at? Let's just have a look at the binos on the trees. Shelly, you're saying maybe he's got a kill in the tree. I can't see anything from where I am, and I don't know if maybe there was a squirrel or a lizard hiding in and out of the tree, and that's what he was looking at, because it was almost like he was quite puzzled about everything. And we've got some young waterbuck down in the distance, and I think maybe he will spot them soon enough. You see the waterbuck are coming straight to him, but I don't think he can see them from where he is. No, you can't see them, can you? I think maybe, oh, there's something there. Maybe there's a bird. A squirrel. There's a squirrel in the tree moving around. I'm sure that's what he's been looking at. And squirrels are potentially a good meal for leopards. A lot of the times, youngsters, they will survive on smaller creatures like squirrels or mongoose or different other things. And it would still be very small kills, but if they make them more than a few times, they'll be able to happily survive on squirrels. I love the way he's looking up and just being so puzzled. Yes, definitely a squirrel. Are you gonna show off now? Look, he's getting angry now. Look at his face. Is the squirrel annoying you? Ah, are you gonna chase the squirrel? And the fish eagles want you to chase a squirrel. A bit more on yawning. I know we don't have the best view, but if the squirrel is not far from him, I don't want to turn the car on and then give him the advantage over the squirrel. So I just want to see if he maybe moves around somewhere else. I think he is. He's facing the other side of the tree now. So happy we managed to stay around with him. He hasn't moved. He's just been circling around the tree, and I'm sure he's getting quite annoyed with all the squirrels. So that you can hear that. That's gone quiet, obviously, now that I've mentioned it. That's a squirrel. There we go. And he's been looking... Oh, hello. He's been looking at the squirrel non-stop. And I think wherever the squirrel moves, and he keeps moving around the tree. So, you know, your typical cat and mouse game. And the squirrel clearly can see it, and it's pointing... Are you gonna go up, boy? Maybe not. Is that squirrel bothering you? Now a go-away bird is here too. We have a few hornbills. Look, just his attention. He knows that there's a potential meal there, and I wonder how many squirrels he's actually already eaten. Now we've got the squirrel and the go-away bird trying to make him move. Oh, but you're coming to say hello. Well, good to see you. You are a very brave little one, aren't you? A bit of a tough call because he's just been moving all the way around us. We are going to try not to move. He is busy looking at one of the pipes down here, so I wonder if maybe there's something in there that he's learned to like. Maybe the annoying squirrel got exactly what it wanted and it just made it go away. And he's gonna probably try a new area. He's going to try to conceal himself and maybe start hunting somewhere else. I know he was looking at some water buck that were far in the distance, especially some youngsters. And I wonder if maybe that's what he was looking at, or where he's going to try and head off to. Even for a youngster, he already knows exactly what he has to do to survive, and you can see how he's playing around with his environment. He keeps checking an area, then moves around, probably making sure that his scent is camouflage. I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying to move away from the squirrel that's giving away his position. Go ahead. Yeah, Abram, he was in the junction old driveway, Shirambarambe, but he's busy Mobile West now. Right. I think we're going to have to try and move if we want to have another look. He is going onto, or what it seems, onto one of the main roads, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to get him there again. Sorry guys, standing by. Sorry, I can't copy you all too well. My radio's not too good, but I think it's Hosana. Oh, I can't hear. Sorry, okay. Abram, just at the junction. Come towards the dam. Alright, sorry guys, let's go over to Taylor. I'm gonna try and help a few more vehicles come into this area and see if we can find him again. But while I do all of the... let's see how she's faring. I do have a view. He is busy hiding in between the bushes, but I'm so excited we managed to see him, and he's definitely on the hunt. You can tell by his body posture and the way that he's stalking and making himself look a lot smaller and constantly gazing in one direction. I still don't know what it is that he's looking at. Oh, okay, there is a kudu over there, which I think is still a bit optimistic. It's good to know that you're dreaming big, Husana. But I think that might just be a bit too big. Is it a small one or... okay, so the other guys say that they can see a kudu not far from there. And if you were all wondering, we're keeping it all in the family. But let's maybe see if we can get another view. I can't stay in one place because then we won't be able to see him whatsoever because he's moved off. And I can't see the prey from here either. Alrighty. Let's see where he's going off to. Like I said, when he becomes older and when he becomes a much stronger leopard, he could potentially bring down kudu. But I think if he managed to do so now, it would be, wow, it would be quite incredible. He's still a bit small to be able to get that. Standing by. Okay, got to confirm he's gone after the shabalala. He is a nyala. I called a nyala. Okay, so he is looking at a nyala somewhere, and he's on the road. Apparently somewhere. I can't see him from here, but I believe some of the other guys are able to. We've got a... is it running there? Okay, I'm gonna try and move us to the road. Hopefully we'll be able to have a bit of a better look from there. Okay, we're gonna go very slowly. I'm not too sure where he's gone off to now, but I see some ears. Okay. Okay, Kabe, I'm gonna stay on the other side. Alright, he's moved onto Little Gowrie. So, unfortunately, he's moved onto an area where we cannot follow him. And, yeah, definitely... he's definitely looking at some kudu all the way over there, and he will start... sorry, The radio is going in my ear. Okay, off you go. Sorry, I can't remember, but somebody was wondering when he would start claiming a territory for his... Ed, sorry, you were wondering when he will start claiming a territory for himself and settle in a particular area. Well, he's still a bit too young, and there are lots of much bigger dominant males around this area. So I would say for the next maybe even couple of years, he will have to lay low and just make sure that he doesn't get too cocky, because the males that are around, more experienced male, will very easily consider him a potential... a potential opponent, and they wouldn't be happy to have him around. So I'm sure they would just kick him out, and sometimes they even manage to kill one another. So I think for the next little while, he's just gonna have to stand very still. Well, not stand very still, but just, keep it on the down low, just to make sure that he doesn't do anything that's gonna be detrimental for his survival. Unfortunately, he has gone off to the wrong property, and we cannot follow him any longer. I know he's not too far, he's just on the other side of the road, because clearly that's where the vehicle is going, but I have no more visual for him, and I think he's just carried on going. The kudus were pretty much on this side, and I think that's what he was looking at, and when he initially was gazing upon this direction. Maybe there is a youngster amongst them, I can't really see from here, and that's what he was looking at. But what a wonderful surprise! We definitely did not expect him to be here. Machine Gun Ness, yes, he's definitely on the hunt, and he's looking quite healthy. I think he was even trying his luck maybe with some of the squirrels that were around here, and I think maybe he's been on the hunt for the last few hours, and we just caught him at the right time where he was busy resting. Let's see if maybe by any chance he decides to come back onto this area, but I don't think we have a good chance of that happening. But very happy we managed to see him at least for a few seconds, because I know Shongila's been around, and well, she's been quite friendly to all of us, but everyone has been wondering where Hosana has been. So now we know that he's been doing quite well, exploring new lands, maybe expanding the areas where he hangs in, just to see. Maybe there's a void, maybe there's, there aren't, though Tingana hasn't been around here, and so he comes into this area because he knows there's no big male around here. Maybe he's going to start exploring and moving around. The chances of him, however, of sticking in this area, I think only time will tell. See perhaps in the next few minutes if he does decide to come back, but in the meantime, let's go to Taylor, who's already looking for nighttime creatures.